Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Bring your ass on in here. Bring your ass on in here. Now listen, I decided I'm gonna address this. I'm gonna address this, and you know how I do it. So before we get started, if you scared, go to church. Do you feel me? Now, if for some reason you have recently found the light, you are no longer a clown asshole, and now you see that this is not a race car, this is real life.
There's anybody here don't want to get murdered? Get the fuck
out. All right. I'm giving you your opportunity right now. I'm giving you an opportunity to say yes. Now, Wolfpack, everybody that I've been saying, yo, you pulling the race card. No, there ain't no racism. I now understand that racism is real. Lewis Hamilton and other people like him have suffered underneath the pressure of racism and been treated unfair, had to work 10 times harder just to get what another man did not have to work hard to get. And now I'm found. If you want to just sit down and stay, then stay.
Woo! 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 Ow!
For everybody else, come on in. Come on in. If you still believe the race car shit and you telling people that they pulling the race car and you sitting up here trying to act like it shit don't exist, sit your ass down and let's have a conversation. And then, if you feel like you still want to put that shit in the chat, because guess what? I'm coming with some real ass facts that I'm going to slap you with. That's real. So let's just go ahead and get started. All right, because I've seen it in my comment section plenty of times. So we're going to get kicking on this. First article of evidence. Now, I used to watch this dude. I used to watch the BBC Top Gear. You know what I'm saying? I used to watch that show. I thought it was good. I liked the three personalities on there. Never knew either one of them personally, but I never got a hint that one of them would say something so damn idiotic. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you just seem to somebody's personality give you the notion to think a little bit better of them, but you know what? I was wrong. I was wrong. Mr. Clarkston, you are a clown ass. Now let's look at this shit since people say, you know, and this gonna be like a soft touch, and I can kind of see how people might be like, that's not really racist. Okay, well, I might give you that. I might just give you that, but not really. So Mr. Clarkston right here, if any, and we're gonna put some context on this. If anybody knows, shortly after the George Floyd situation, which was a horrible situation, the man was murdered on public display. And I know some of you saying, what does this got to do with Formula One? See, that's your fucking problem. That's your problem. It has plenty to do with many aspects of life because it has to do with how an organization reacts to a said individual that wants to pay tribute to something. That reaction tells you right there what might be in the sauce. So Mercedes moves, the whole entire organization of Formula One moves to some degree to take I don't even want to say maybe the organization took a stance. I want to say that they decided to promote the fact that racism was wrong. Did they not have that on the steering wheels last season, right? So why would an organization have in racism on their steering wheels if the shit was just a race car? Why would they choose to say stand against hate if it's just a race car? Like, if it was just a race car, why would they just do that? Evidently, there's got to be some truth to this shit, right? Okay, Mercedes moves to also support and take a stand because why? The best driver in Formula One history is a black man. Before that, it was Schumacher, a white man. Does it matter to those who are sensible and color is not a factor? No. It's just individuals to us. But it matters to you who want to decide that somebody that is of color takes on a monumental stance in a sport and you want to have a damn issue with it because they're not white. Just like Mr. Clarkston, I think. So Mr. Clarkston right here, you know I got the files, baby. I'm going to put them up so y'all can read along with the content that I'm resourcing, that I'm citing. He says, it happens everywhere he goes. Whether he wins or loses, people love Max Verstappen. Now, he says, whether he wins or loses, people love Max Verstappen. That ain't fucking true. Everybody everywhere does not love Max Verstappen. I'm pretty fucking sure of it. Everybody does not love Max. I'll tell you what, Max Verstappen. I'm very highly capable and educated. I'll tell you that. So we'll cap the running joke for a minute, just to take something off the table for you all to try to throw stones. Max Verstappen, all right? But they've taken a noisy dislike to Lewis. The problem is that Lewis has changed. When he first came on the scene, he was bright and talented and normal. Now I'm going to read that again. Mr. Asshole Clarkson says Lewis was in the past tense. He's saying past tense. So right now, as of present and future, he's saying that at least he no longer views him, but he doesn't say that he doesn't view him. He's making an indictment on Lewis that he is no longer bright, he is no longer talented, and he is no longer normal. And he goes on to say everyone loved him. Another past tense context that's saying that nobody loves him at this point in time. Why do they not love him, Mr. Clarkson? Why do you feel that nobody loves Lewis Hamilton? But then he decided to go woke and right on and more politically correct than a student union AGM. That doesn't have a stench of racist bullshit to it. So let me get this right. Everybody loves Max Verstappen. For what fucking reason? Okay, I mean, it could be his personality, but everybody doesn't love him. But I love the fact that he tries to embody that everybody loves Max, whether he wins or whether he loses. What the hell? But Lewis is no longer smart. He's no longer talented. He's no longer loved, and he's no longer normal because he is now woke. Well, what the hell is the problem with an individual being more aware that people that look like him are being oppressed, murdered by police, clearly, factually, murdered by individuals while going running, checking out a new construction house, which is not illegal, being hunted by trucks, shot and killed, or matter of fact, a person, a woman who's working for the state, who is wrong, her house is wrongly broken into by law officials because they are in the wrong fucking place. Matter of fact, shoot her in the process. Dead. Don't even really take full responsibility for it. But the point is, Lewis is not a person of just representing those injustices. He also represents the LGBTQ community differently. May we all agree with everybody's walks of life? Maybe not. But the point is, Lewis is about representing those who are being wrongfully treated and indicted. I can dig that. But Clarkson goes to say that Lewis is no longer bright for this reason. Now that reminds me of a dynamic that exists, that not even stay in your place type shit. That's stay where I think you should be type shit. I think that you should not worry about people that look like you being oppressed. I think that you should not worry about people like you that are being killed. Just drive that car, be talented, be bright, and be normal the way I think you should be normal. That's the type of bullshit right there that's going on, right? That ain't no race car. That's real life shit. Real life shit right there. Factual shit that I'm showing you. A statement that a man that is highly televised made. But you know what? Some of you ignorant ass people will still go and say, oh, that's just a race car. Shut the hell up. Shut up. But you know what? We can move on to something more elaborate if you like. Let's move on to something more elaborate. All right, let's go to the Spanish Grand Prix. I don't know if a lot of you are in the comments saying that you can't be a real Formula One fan. You don't know shit. You must don't know shit. You must, matter of fact, you probably know, but you don't want to admit it because you think I'm stupid or ignorant, but I'm not. So let's go to the Spanish Grand Prix. You remember that? Do you remember the Spanish Grand Prix where 5 or 6 individuals dressed up in blackface? Are we beyond asking you if that's the race card? That ain't a race card. That's racist ass shit. Dressed up in blackface with white t-shirts, black marker that said the Hamilton family. See that picture? So we still talking about race cards? Are we beyond that? Now, I'm beyond that, but are you finally clicking? Is your ignorance finally leaving you to understand that the racist shit that he has faced, the racist shit that exists in the sport is legitimately there? 5 or 6 people right here in the picture in blackface. You done right now. At this point in time, like with the German shit, you still was like, it's debatable. This shit ain't debatable. People in blackface ain't debatable. White people in blackface ain't debatable. That's racist as hell. And meanwhile, it also says, right here, we're gonna scroll on down to that. It also says, despite the investigation, 2 races were held in Spain in 2008. Hamilton finished in Barcelona and second in Valencia. All right? To win the Drivers' Championship by 1 point, might I add. These people go to say, where did he say? Where did we say? Lewis said it was sickening. One of the men who dressed up told a Spanish newspaper at the time he was not a racist. He's not a racist in blackface. Okay. You just stupid as hell. You just doing racist shit without knowing. Okay. He claimed the security personnel laughed about it. Laughed about it. Now, first of all, when they showed up to the damn track in that shit, security should have turned their ass around right there. We are not going to allow you to come in with this racist ass shit. It's not going to happen. That is not what Formula One is about, and we're not going to stand for it. But they let them in. Matter of fact, security laughed about it. Thought it was a damn joke. Thought it was a joke that 5, 6 people going to come and mock the best driver in Formula One history. Yeah, okay. That ain't racist, right? No, that's racist as hell. So then let's get to the point. Let's get to another point. Another valid point. Because a lot of Max Verstappen fans seem to crawl in these comments and use the word boy. I'm a grown-ass man. And I'm also very intelligent. So you don't think I know what the underlying tone is when you try to say boy? You don't know when you use the, you black ass crybaby. You don't think I understand the undertone of that? Oh, I know you're using the N-word in your mind. But somewhere in there, you got enough sense not to be too damn stupid, even from afar electronically behind that quarterly keyboard, to completely use the N-word. So that people can correctly indict you. I understand. They wore white hoods too, right? Because they didn't want their face to be seen for the shameful shit they was doing. So let's look, Red Bull fans, Max Verstappen fans, let's look at this. A post by the Red Bull Oracle team says right here, and this happened because of Lewis winning the British GP. Why? And I believe this was when Max and them had a racing incident. Do we not understand that racing incidents happen? Have not bigger race incidents happened? What the fuck possessed Christian to go off on some crusade to try to get Hamilton suspended for the entire season? When has he ever done that? Find me a time, reference that for me, a situation where Max and another driver got into an altercation or an incident, and Christian immediately hauled off trying to go and plead to the FIA that driver should be suspended for the entire season. Show me that. Outside of Lewis Hamilton, show me the other driver that Christian did that he felt so compelled to get a driver removed for the entire season. Please do. But while that stand, if there was no racial shit involved, why immediately after did you have fans, you have people, viewers, going to social media to use the monkey emoji in reference of Lewis Hamilton? That's racist? That's racist. I ain't asking you, I'm telling you, that's fucking racist. Using the N-word to describe Lewis Hamilton along coupled with other racist slurs. So much so that your Red Bull team had to go and say, right here on their post, this is factual. This ain't up for debate. This is factual. Why you still up here with the funny bullshit? Whilst the rivalry is intense on track for the championship, highly charged emotions should never cross the line. Oh, wait a minute. My shirt. Cross the line. Shit, I mean, I had this shirt made for my brand way before this come out. But anyway, should never cross the line into racist abuse. We have a zero tolerance approach to racist behavior within our team. Obviously not true, because Christian definitely displayed hints of racism with that. You want to call it bias? I'll go for that ride too. But if you can't point out to me another, because Max has had accidents. Didn't he have an accident with Leclerc? Did Christian immediately haul off and try to get Leclerc suspended for the entire season? Let me know that. I don't pretend to know all things, so you let me know if Christian did that. Within our team, and I personally feel strongly that those responsible for this sort of abuse should be held to account. We will continue to support the FIA and the F1 in order to eradicate this from our sport. Red Bull posted that on their social media. Do you think they posted that because no racist shit was happening? No. What happened was an abundant amount of their fans showed their racist asses. And Red Bull, because of being a brand and not wanting to lose monetary value or contracts, of course they had to come out and probably say some shit like that. Some of them probably honestly do feel that way. But if that wasn't enough, that Red Bull came out and had to make a post because the racist bullshit was so strong towards Lewis Hamilton. Let's check out the post from Honda, shall we? Right here, Honda Racing. Another legitimate ass source. Shit factually really happened. Not a race car, a racist incident. Although we are hugely disappointed at the outcome of yesterday's British GP, we were shocked and disgusted to see the racial abuse aimed at Lewis on social media. As individuals and as a company, Honda condemns all forms of racist abuse in our sport and in society in general. There can be no justification for it under any circumstances. Now, Honda's post was more elaborate and more like pause that shit than Red Bull's was, which kind of tells me some things. They used the word disgusted. So do you think Honda also came out with this post because it was a fake race car? No, because it was real racist shit going on within Formula One and their fans. That's why they came out with that post. So have you idiots had enough of being an idiot, enough of being delusional, possibly just ignorant as hell, and now can admit the fact that it's not a race car, it's really racist shit? If you can't, like I said, you in some capacity, you need help. I'm not the one to help you though. Well, I guess that's not true because I'm trying to help you by pointing out to you that you're completely ass wrong. That you completely don't know what the hell you're talking about. And I'm speaking to those who make these comments. I'm speaking to those who feel the way they do. I'm speaking to those with that hatred and that racist seed in their mind and their hearts. Not overzealous fans. It's okay to be an overzealous fan as long as you ain't physically putting your hands on somebody. It's okay to really rep and stand up for the team that you really favor and believe in. I can take that all day. But don't get in my comment section talking this dumb shit like I'm ignorant, that I'm not educated, that I'm not well aware, that it ain't a race card. It's really racist shit. So there go facts and articles and evidence that it exists, that it has happened. Documented that it's happened. You got people in blackface in the Formula One stands, let by security while they chuckled and laughed. You got posts from your Red Bull team and Honda trying to denounce people and those who are doing racist shit in the comments that are referring to Lewis in racial ways and slurs, the N-word, monkey emojis. Miss me with the bullshit. But onto something more light, more positive, because that's what we want to keep going. We got to check the bullshit every now and then. But we got more reveals coming. We got more car launches coming. All right. We still got Alfa Romeo. We still have, who else do we still have coming up? We still got Alpine. We got through Ferrari and Mercedes. So we getting closer and closer to the season. Lewis did his car launch. He was personally there. And after that, he had a press conference where he addressed the situation that took place and what he was doing. He was never going to retire, he says. But the man, like I said, literally, mentally, you got to digress and decompress and get up out of there. You don't want to hear from people like me. You don't want to hear from people that are being disgustingly racist. You don't want to hear from people that are being disgustingly blind just because they want to support a fake championship. You don't want any of that. That's not what you want. It's just not. So with that being said, I'm out of here. You know what I say. Just build it. I'm going to see y'all on the next video. Thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you for all those that comment. Thank you, haters. Because you know what I realized a long time ago in my life, even when I was coming up as a kid, my first car, if you're not getting hated on, if you're not worth talking about, then more than likely you're not moving up in life to where people have to look up at you and aspire and wish to be there one day. So thank you very much. Y'all be safe, subscribe, see y'all later. Peace.